Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this...
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin alongside my partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at these LA Chargers, champions of the AFC, making just their second Super Bowl appearance. You remember they were blown out by the 49ers back in Super Bowl 29, but remember that was a much different team than this one.
And think about this team. If they can accomplish what they're setting out to do in this ball game, win a Super Bowl, they would enter their new building as the Super Bowl champions. This team has been around a while. It's moved a little bit, but here they are with a chance to take a Lombardi Trophy into their new facility. And think about them in the old days in the AFL and how great they were. They'd like to reclaim that glory as the champions of all of football.
Meanwhile, what a turnaround for the Giants. Try these numbers on for size, CD. 6-10, 6-10, 11-5, 3-13, 5-11. That's the last 5 seasons in New York. But now here they are, champions of the NFC, looking for their 5th ever Super Bowl title.
And truthfully, even with all those records you just recited, it hasn't been that long of a wait for them to get back to another Super Bowl. Remember, they won Super Bowl 42 and 46 over the New England Patriots. Now, they got some fortuitous plays in those games, right? You think we'll see another helmet catch? You think that's possible for the Giants to get one of those as they try to win another title?
Well, David Tyree's not on the roster.
He's not on the roster, but they'll be trying their best to create some magic like those Giants had.
They'll run on first down. Bernard churning, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Intended for Demetrius Harris. Incomplete.
Here we go. 120.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the clear. The 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and it's now a 7-0 game. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second and long. Goff. And this one caught by Max Williams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. 3rd and long. It's gone. And able to find Garcon. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Pierre Garcon. 64 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 40 now on second down. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. The give is to Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Bernard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Clement. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And New York set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Bernard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Open man, here's Foster. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Goff now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. That's complete. Bernard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Goff. He completes it to Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Dawson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Still first down.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. To the air again with Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A throw caught by Kumaro. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. It's complete to Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of half.
And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On second down, it's Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On first down, here's Love. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. On second down now, it's Jones. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Goff. To the catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Goff. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. They'll run on first down. Bernard, he's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, here's Bernard. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Staying on the ground, it's Love. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Aaron Jones with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Goff now to throw. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff throwing again. Got his man. It's Williams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To the air again. Goff. It's complete to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Clement. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. One more time with Clement. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Goff, and it is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Buying time to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Tight down. There you go.
On the ground, it's Clement to start to drive. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now an open man, that's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On third down, Bridgewater. They complete it to Hill. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 3 yards out, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his man. It's Williams. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
The Raiders are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade. The Broncos are now on the clock. Well, wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. The Raiders are now on the clock. How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade. I see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade. The Chargers are now on the clock. Hold on now. This pick is trading teams. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the New York Jets and our home team. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 65!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
On third down, Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? And he finds Cook. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. The first carry here for Jaquez Rogers. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Well, remember, last year, Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, and me and my crew, we got to see him. And when they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, head coach Ron Rivera told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. At each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action now. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. 15 yards for the Chargers. They're able to widen their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead grows to 10-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Mixon with a first down carry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Jackson, he finds his running back, Mixon. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. We know that Gano has that big leg. He had the longest made field goal in the NFL last year, 63 yards to beat the Giants in Week 4. That was the longest game winner in NFL history, and he converts from long here again. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And again, it's Bridgewater. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Bridgewater on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 10 yards out, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Hill on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, LA. Mike Gesicki. 74 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Throwing is Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Jackson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Complete to Hilton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson to throw again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He completes it to Bryant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To throw, Bridgewater to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Aaron Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the 1st half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jets' 25-yard line.
50 seconds to mark.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there, 22.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. From 3 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jackson from the shotgun. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here we go. Here we go.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll find Metcalf, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. To throw again on second down. Jackson over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but now it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
The 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the... Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Mixon on the draw, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Go, run it. 54, right there, 54, Mike. No chance.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Now someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and goal from the 1.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Jackson now looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Well, he's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Gesicki, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by one more. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Jackson. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and picked up by the Chargers. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this front.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's third down. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the home team here, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets,